Good afternoon, volleyball fans, and welcome to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Ako pa rin po si Fiona Bacani, yung courtside reporter para sa araw na to, and we are still coming to you live here from the home of the defending champions, the Lucena Convention Center, all the way here in the heart of Quezon. Now, it's been a very exciting Sunday triple header so far to close out the final day of the elimination round. And earlier, we did see exciting volleyball action. Now, for our first match, the Caloocan AM Spikers were defeated by the San Juan Lady Knights DHTSI in 4 sets with Abby Noval leading the way. And just earlier, the Negros Immaculada Mega White Blue Hawks secures the final semifinal spot against the World City College's Marikina Lady Shoemasters with Adi Caparal leading the way. And now, it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for today. In just a few moments, we'll be seeing some action between the Dasmariñas City Monarchs and the Quezon Tangerines. Now, all of our games here at the MPVA are free for everyone to watch. We see the Lucena Convention Center here getting packed slowly. So to all you Quezonians, don't forget to head on over here to catch amazing volleyball action. But for those of you who can't make it, of course, you can also catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusap.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA, and a special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Now, like what I mentioned earlier, this has been the moment we've all been waiting for to close out the elimination round. This is two powerhouse teams, the battle of collegiate champions. The top two seeds going head-to-head in this match. Now, will the undefeated Dasmariñas City Monarchs hand Quezon their first home court loss, or will the defending champions make a mark to blemish the Monarchs' perfect record? Find out only here at the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.
Two seasons, 2 months of gameplay and competitive volleyball. And now, after 2 months, we are down to the last match of the night. The last match of the elimination rounds as two powerhouse teams, champions of their collegiate respective divisions, will now be going head-to-head in the House of Champions here at the Quezon Convention Center, as Camila Lamina looking to make her way back into this team, as the plan is to sweep the defending champions in the group stage. But that shall not be allowed by Chen Basarte and the rest of the Quezon Tangerines. It is the Quezon Tangerines going up against the Dasmariñas City Monarchs, as this will be a battle of who will be able to get momentum heading into the semifinals. Welcome to MPVA Season 2, the last day of the elimination rounds. My name is Hans Galeria, joined of course by Fiona Bacani, and in behalf of Jong Panerio, we will be your broadcast crew para sa araw na ito. And what a moment it has been for Filipino volleyball in general, because we saw a lot of ups and downs from a lot of different players, a lot of different teams, pero isa ang hindi nagbago. Ito ay ang dalawang kupunan ng Quezon at ng Dasmariñas, because if you're looking at the standings, wins have been open para sa Dasma at para sa Quezon. Dasmariñas still undefeated, and they would want to maintain that heading into the knockout stages. Pero para sa Quezon, gusto nilang dumisan ang record nitong Dasmariñas. They want to be the ones at the top, and there's gonna be a lot of momentum moving forward as to what they would want to do, since Binyan and Negros have already wrapped up our compositions heading into the Final Four. Pero bago natin umpisahan ang laban na ito, in fact, they have already met up each other at least a few months ago, especially with the opening day na nakita natin mula sa kanila. It's quite a very close game. from both of these squads, but eventually Dasmariñas Monarchs had what it takes for them to take control in the latter portions, only divided by at least 2 to 3 points pagdating sa agwat. So you would already expect and know na magiging dikit ang ating magiging laban. The aces in favor of Dasmariñas, especially those opposing errors that have really paved the way for the Monarchs to win. Pero yung mga attacks naman nitong Quezon have been their recipe for success upon what they would want to do and how they would want to execute this ball game moving forward. At ang isa sa mga kailangan bantayan ng Quezon if they want to make this revenge happen would be none other than Celine Marsh. An absolute monster performance in the middle of all of the competition that is surrounding us here at the Quezon Convention Center. 14 points composed of 12 attacks, a block, and an ace. So she does a little bit of everything para sa National University Bulldogs that are now representing Dasmariñas. And in fact, she was not available yesterday because she wanted to prioritize a little bit more of rest, or maybe that was a strategy that they were going for yesterday. Pero ang nakahalinhina naman niya towards making the win happen against Marikina was this woman, Harlyn Cerneche, scoring 14 points composed of 10 attacks, 3 blocks, and a single ace. So the youth is really coming forth para sa kupunan ng Dasmariñas, and everything was really working out for each of them. And we might see a little bit more mula kay Harlyn Cerneche moving forward. And in fact, moving on to what has been a really solid season para sa Dasmariñas, ay ganun din naman ang nangyari para sa kupunan ng Quezon. In fact, it was led by a lot of different players, more veterans, more from Samantha Nolasco, who has been the pillar of offense and defense, the anchor ng Quezon Tangerines towards making their wins happen. Noong round 1 kontra sa Dasmariñas, in spite of their loss, it was still a valiant effort mula kay Sam Nolasco. 17 points composed of 14 attacks, 2 blocks, and a single ace. You can expect that she will also be the main point of offense and defense para sa kanyang kupunan as they look to make their way back after being defeated by Dasmariñas and now here to protect home floor. Punta naman tayo sa kanilang laban kahapon kontra sa Binyan. It was also Nolasco who was paving the way for their success with 19 points composed of 16 attacks and 3 blocks. We know that Binyan is the 3rd seed in this team or in this current season that we have here dito sa MPVA. So for them to get a reverse sweep after losing the first set and then getting 3 straight is really what's going to be mattering here for Samantha Nolasco. We will see how Basante is going to be activating the rest of the pieces that are surrounding her on that 6 na nasa ating volleyball court. In fact, para makuha nyo rin ang lahat ng mga ganap dito mismo sa Quezon Convention Center and the rest of the games available, you can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Nabanggit kanina ng ating courtside reporter na si Fiona Bacani that they are collegiate champions in their very own right, with NU and of course Benil being the cores of both of these teams. Pero ganun pa man, they're not just fighting for university spotlight here. They are fighting for their province and their pride. Magbabalik ang MPVA Season 2 to kick things off between Quezon and Dasmariñas.
With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
presenting our officials for match number 56. First referee, Mr. Spinks Kabusa. Second referee, Mr. Eichel Terror. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The games continue here at the Quezon Convention Center in Lucena City. This is Season 2 of Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, ang Liga para sa lahat. It's the final game of round number 2 between your defending champion Quezon Tangerines against the Dasmariñas City Monarchs. Now it's time to meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for your defending champions, the Quezon Tangerines. Outside hitter number 2, Cams Bartolome. Setter number 6, Zen Basilio. Opposite hitter number 9, Aya Densing. Outside hitter number 14, Ye Rojo. Middle blocker number 15, Majoy Inocentes. Another middle blocker, number 19, Amakatan. And their starting libero is number 5, Fiona Gatigan. The coach for the Tangerines is Jerry Yee. Now let's meet the starters for the Dasmariñas City Monarchs. Led by team captain, outside hitter number 6, Vange Linsud. Opposite hitter number 1, Kay Bumbita. Setter number 3, Abi Pono. Middle blocker number 10, Alexa Mata. Outside hitter number 12, Sam Cantada. Middle blocker number 17, Chambaya. And their starting libero is number 5, Shaira Hardio. The coach for the Monarchs is Regine Diego.
The starting lineups for Quezon shaking things up a little bit as Basilio, Tan, Inocentes, Bartolome, Rojo, Dinsing, and Dorog will be the ones para sa Tangerines. Meanwhile, for the Monarchs, it's Pono, Maaya, Mata, Cantada, Alinsug, Bombita, and Hardio. In spite of the appearance of Lams Lamina dito sa laban natin sa ngayon, Coach Regine Diego chooses to go with Abigail Pono. And she has deserved her spot dito sa Dasmariñas City Monarchs in Lams Lamina's absence so far. Pero hindi rin natin maitatanggi that for the defending champions, Quezon Tangerines, the plan is to keep things close. And for Coach Jerry Yee, the idea is to shake things up as Zen Basilio kicks things off. Mata gets rejected. And that's an opening that's ideal for the Tangerines. What timing from Inocentes to open things up. Hardio chooses Vange. Dinsing on the other hand. Quick 2-0 in favor of Quezon. You gotta love the energy from the Quezonians. They all showed up para saksihan ang uling araw ng ating elimination round sa MPVA Season 2. Alinsug introduces herself in this game. Oh, this is going to be a battle. Pono to Vange. Choosing that angle for Dasmariñas' first point. Choosing Dinsing again. That was a risk that did not pay off very well for Aya, so we are all tied up at 2 points apiece. Dinsing again. To Vanch. Those are the two main keys to victory for both teams. Pono. Kabila naman. Bombita won't convert. Great digs from both squads. To Vanch again. It goes in. What power and range from Vangeline Sug. That's been her spot for the last 2 points that she have scored. Dasmariñas at the driver's seat. Shaina gives it to Abi. Combination play. Bombita gets the point. We're kicking things off on a really high note. To know more about these two teams, we're going to toss it to our courtside reporter, Fiona Bacani. Fiona, what's up?
This undefeated Dasmariñas squad marches into Quezon's home court carrying confidence but never complacency. Now, Coach Reg says the team finally feels recovered after a grueling stretch across different leagues, yet the mission remains unfinished. Now, Quezon has a champion's heart, just like us, sabi niya, and she reminds her players to expect a high-level, tightly contested match. Despite the fatigue, the team's happiness today is fueling their momentum. Now, her message to the girls is simple. Play our game, not theirs. Respect Quezon's proven system, but trust their own. If Dasmariñas sticks to its style, plays freely and enjoys the moment, Coach Reg believes that there will be no problems, only great volleyball. Back to you, Hans and Jong.
Coach Regine Diego, definitely one of the premier coaches that any university would have. And now they are together with Dasmariñas. They're looking to build up on that. Thanks again, Fiona, for that report. We'll see more of her later on. As that is going to be a block that goes out in favor of Dasmariñas. It's Bombita and Narinsug, the dynamic duo of the green and yellow. Working early in this first set. They go to the other side, and that is a double contact error mula sa kupunan ng Quezon. So after them leading 4-2, it's a 4-0 run ng Dasmariñas. Dinsing goes a little soft, and that was enough. The tower of power ng Monarchs. Mata gets on the board. Just the fingers as she was about to go down. The wingspan of Alexa Mata seems to be a slight problem here as Vanch goes for the 6th straight point ng Dasmariñas as they lead by 4. 8-4 is currently the score. First technical timeout of this game.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
From the Lucena Convention Center, this is the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now inside a roaring Lucena arena, the defending champions brace for one of the biggest matches of their season. A rematch against the undefeated Dasmariñas, the team that handed them their only loss in the first round. Determined to respond, the Tangerines wasted no time. Even after yesterday's 4-set victory, they went straight to training, choosing discipline over rest. No room for complacency, no moment taken lightly. Now the coaching staff moved quickly to address every lapse, every detail that needed tightening, knowing that today's match demands their very best. The challenge ahead is steep and the stakes could not be higher. But on their home court, surrounded by the crowd that has lifted them all year, the Tangerines draw strength. Because tonight, they fight not just to defend the crown, but for every fan, every family member, and every voice in the stands that believes in their heart as champions. Back to you, Hans and Jong.
Maraming salamat, Fiona, for that. And we even saw them with our own eyes. We went home before they did. That is how dedicated this Quezon team has been towards training in preparation for this moment. It's just that Dasmariñas, 8 straight points. This time it came from Kay Bombita. Just so much pressure. Options para kay Abby Pono, who is the starting setter. Ang kupunan na ito. Vange was there. Cantada. This time she'll go to Kay. Bombita again. Finally, Quezon breaks the cold streak. You gotta love the patience from Quezon there. Great digs and receptions. Galing kina Zen Basilio na nasa likod. Cams Bartolome gets her first point in this game. Basilio goes for Densing again. Pono was there. Bombita. Shaina covering the floor. Cantada blocked again. Sam goes in for the point. It will always be crazy how young Sam Cantada is, and yet she is already performing at this high of a level in her early career. No wonder she's one of the representatives ng bansang Pilipinas as they competed for their respective age division. That's a gift by Zen Basilio, unable to handle the idea of them making something happen. It is again a 6-point advantage ng Dasmariñas early on in this first set. Mata with a solid serve. Hawkeye, target locked, and that ace is secured by Alexa Mata. Mata gets her second point of this game as they lead by 8, their biggest so far. Nobody to spike that. This is Jamaya quickly coming through. Just when you forget about her, this is them getting a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. You gotta load now. We gotta listen in to Coach Jerry Yee so far. And this is them obviously feeling a little bit of everything. You would understand that dahil yung Yeses twins, Samantha Nolasco, Chen Basarte, are currently not on the floor as of the moment. So this is a high pressure situation that Coach Jerry Yee wanted to give to his other players. And if you were a player in this situation para sa Quezon, you would take it either as pressure or as motivation to even be better. But for Dasmariñas, they're up by 9. Then Singh finds the back. Scores yet again para sa Quezon. Then Singh gets a point. Now the first substitution mula sa Quezon is now in Ashley Eses. Looking to make immediate impact. But then Singh is gonna go wide, so this is another point for Dasmariñas. Now at their biggest lead at 9 points. Bartolome gets rejected. Miscommunication from Basilio Enleses. Heading to the second technical timeout with a statement. First 16 points for Dasmariñas.
Fans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusopi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner Smart Sports in Puso, Pilipinas. You're still watching MPVA Season 2. And it's Dasmariñas having their way in the first and second technical timeout of set number 1. They lead by their biggest at 10. At sa ngayon, we see more substitutions for Coach Jerry Yee as the traditional 6 is now on the floor. Except for their setter in Zen Basilio, who has been part of the starting lineup every now and then as well. But we're used to seeing Chen Basarte hold the reins. Yes. Kyle adds a little bit more power. And that's the first point coming in from number 11. I love that approach. You gotta give them a bit of surprise knowing that you're newly substituted. Bono goes to Cantada, using the blockers for yet again another point. Cantada gets her third point. And I was talking about Quezon's missing pieces, but I also have to bring up that this woman, the multiple queen of the court appearances, Celine Marsh, she's just appearing today. Nolasco feeds it in. Marsh, on the other hand, will not reach the other side as it's an error. Mula sa Dasmariñas, and Quezon gets a breather. Celine Marsh wanted to go back row. Did not happen. Maaya. Great dig from Dinsing. Leses gets blocked. That's another point for Dasmariñas. Off the blockers. That was again Abi Pono, one of the more active setters in this game. That ball got off her hands. Basilio goes to Ash. That ball was flying. Dasma gives a free ball. Undangan still can't get it. Marsh will. Back row attack. What coverage from the Monarchs. Just the approach of Celine Marsh. When everybody was trying to figure out their defensive stances. An attempt goes to Bombita. Alinsug naman. Back row to Kyle. Vange. Powered. Powerful is Vange Alinsug. What a kill. What a delivery. And that propels Dasmariñas up even more to a 28 advantage. Running attack. Gets rejected again by Mata. Alexa shows her how it's done. Oh my goodness. What an answer. A running attack rejected with that block. And then there it is. Abigail Pono goes back to the bench. And this is Camila Lamina, the captain, the multiple UAAP champion, is now with Dasmariñas. So that is Chama Aya, given a point after staying at the service line for quite a while.
Now serving for the Tangerines, team captain, Chen Basarte.
This brings Chen Basarte back into this game. Alinsug. Gatigan was there. Yes, yes. That ball went off the blockers. And it's going to be Ash getting a point. Solid take. That's a really high takeoff galing dito kay Ash Leses. Getting her first point. Combination play. Alinsug just keeps going. You thought it was going to Mata. No coverage left on the blockers. And Vange has 5 points in the first set alone. Running attack again. Undangan will not be denied the second time. Great activation. Galing kay Chen Basarte. Just thrusting in that running attack one more time kahit na nasupal yun kanina nitong si Alexa Mata. But that's a service error, which brings Dasmariñas 2 steps closer to nailing set number 1. Then Singh finds the gap between defenders for a point. Then Singh has 3, and those kinds of plays, I feel like, ang mga pwedeng baunin nitong Quezon Tangerines heading into the second set. Still not over, but this is by a long shot. Set again, Mata gets blocked. Nolasco now online. Samantha Nolasco, we haven't seen a lot of her in a moment. A shot from Nolasco, and now Undangan gets another point. Still alive. Free ball para sa Quezon. Nolasco will punish them. The Quezon crowd starting to come alive here. What an attack from Nolasco. How quick did that go? And Undangan giving them such a hard time on service. Attack still kept alive. Lamina to Cerneche, but that goes long. And Quezon, this is their third straight point. Getting some momentum late in this first set. Marsh hits. Basarte back row. Marsh gets a little closer. Ball no longer alive. Densing makes it 4 straight for the Quezon Tangerines. Oh, what a solid run ang kanilang ipinapakita sa ngayon from being down 12 or 13-23. Quezon has made it 4 straight points to continue as Densing lands on another point, her 4th para sa laban na ito. Quezon trying to make things a little bit more interesting from them so far. Dasmariñas, Coach Reg Diego also acknowledging that they are just 2 points away from getting that set, and 4 points not answered. Felt a little too much for her already. What a dig from Undangan. Kyle falls short, placing Dasmariñas at set point. A crucial mistake just when Quezon was already making a run. Now Mata, who's had an ace a while ago, is looking to ice this. What an attack from Densing, coming out of nowhere. Just look at this. Nolasco was already a threat in its own. And then Densing comes out of nowhere to save a set point. Sa likod, Cerneche will clean things up in the first set as the road to an elimination sweep is still alive. It's 25-18. Dasmariñas takes the first.
Projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Pilipinas, handa na ba kayong mamangha at mabighani sa ganda ng aming lalawigan? Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Samahan nyo akong libutin to. Tara na sa Quezon! Sa katimugang bahagi ng Luzon, matatagpuan ang probinsyang may malawak at mayamang anyong tubig. Maraming lugar ang unti-unti nang nakikilala dahil sa mga nakamamangha nitong karagatan, waterfalls, beaches at iba pang mga destinasyong dinarayo na ng mga turista mula sa iba't ibang lugar. Tiyak na mapapawaw ka sa mga white sand beaches na paboritong puntahan ng mga local at foreign beach lovers. Bukod kasi sa puting buhangin, mapapansin rin ang
25-18, that is how we're going to be wrapping up the first set of the last game of the elimination rounds of MPVA Season 2. It was an early build-up that led to a breeze of a set number 1 para sa kupunan ng Dasmariñas. The Pancha Linsog coming alive early sa laban na ito. And it was not the traditional 6 na ipinasok ni Coach Jerry He. You've had players that, you know, are usually the ones kicking things off. No Nolasco, no Liesis twins. And that was the time that Dasmariñas kind of took advantage. You're looking at the attacks, 14-9, a 5-point advantage. The blocks were in Quezon because they were starting to build up on that late in this specific moment, but the errors were also at the side or at the favor of Dasmariñas Monarchs. So this is for Quezon Tangerines to try and figure out kung paano ba nila i-approach to. Coach Jerry, I believe this time, will be going with quite a familiar starting 6 already. Kasi nakita naman natin kanina, it was them already starting to, you know, figure out how to cater towards the defense nitong Dasmariñas City Monarchs. But it was a little too late already because the green shirts have already developed how they were. And there's a lot of people surrounding us here today sa Quezon Convention Center. The home turf really showing up for the defending champions as they root for the orange, black, and white. Quezon looking to proceed here as Dasmariñas already leads by 1 set. What an attack. Trying to keep alive. That still goes in. Play action continues. Bin Singh is not going to give him enough time. A solid effort from Dasmariñas, but Bin Singh acknowledges na wala pa yung depensa. Let's just go for it right away. Bin Singh now has 6 points. Free ball. Nolasco just tips it. Net touch. Another point goes to Quezon. Momentum now slowly shifting patungo sa Quezon Tangerines. Tila babaon pa rin nila yung nakuha nilang late run in that first set. But that's gonna be an error to give Dasmariñas their first point of this game. Vanch will now hold the reins. Chen gives it to Aya. That will not even touch the blockers, so this is another point for Dasmariñas. We're all tied up at 2 here. Vanch scoring 5 points in that first set. Chen to Nolasco. Not yet. Doro goes to Aya this time. To the back. Not happening just yet. Lieses is rejected. The tower of power of Dasmariñas. Mata goes again. Oh, what a block. At the height of all emotions, Mata now has 4. Combination play. Soft touch is enough para kay Aya Dinsing. Dinsing ties it up with all 3. Goes with a jump serve, making things harder. Kabila. Lamina finds Cantada. Ball goes out in spite of a valiant effort. And Cantada will convert in favor of Dasmariñas. Just what an approach from Sam Cantada here. Scoring another point. She has 4 points in total. Janae, 1-2. What a smart play coming in from Basarte. That's a first of the night. Nobody home in the middle. And Basarte gets her first point in this game. Yeses goes. Proceeds yet again. An attack from Nolasco at the back. But it goes out. That is an error from them all throughout. Dasmariñas now has a point, and they lead by 1. That's an ace. Secured by Kay Bombita. They've had a bit of those all throughout the first set, planning to continue. This time they were ready. Nolasco feeds, no go. Maaya gets it in yet again. Maaya, just take a look at this again. Focused on the back, Lamina with such a solid delivery to propel them up by 3. 4 straight points for Dasmariñas. How will they answer? It's through Samantha Nolasco. Nolasco's services are going to be very needed in this game. She had 2 points. A float from Sam Cantada. And yet that still goes in. Cantada with a tough ball, still able to convert. And that is going to be the first technical timeout called upon us. Dasmariñas with a 3-point lead.
Projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Welcome back to the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now for Shai Hardio, today's match carries a weight far deeper than competition. In the crowd sit people she calls her second family. The family of her former high school teammate Mer Madarazo, who traveled all the way from Laguna just to watch her play live for the first time since high school. Now, Shai remembers those years vividly. Nung grade 9 ako hanggang college, sa kanila ako umuuwi, sabi niya. With her own family far away in Negros, it was her Ate Mer's home that became her refuge. Sharing bus rides after training, staying in their house, and growing close to Tita Catherine and Tita Lisa. Napamahal talaga ako sa kanila. Parang family ko na rin sila, sabi niya. And now, they're back in the stands, cheering for her once more, not through a TV screen, but in the flesh. And Shai plays with them in her heart. Inaalay ko itong laban sa kanila sa effort nila na pumunta dito. Hindi ko na kailangan ng kahit Gusto ko lang ay ipakita ang best ko every game. And tonight, her best is her thank you. Back to you, Hans.
Right on cue was Shai Hardio with that dig. Maraming salamat, Fiona Bacani, for that report. There is a newfound purpose para kay Shai na Hardio in this one. And Ondangan so close to getting that ball straight to the other side. Just won't happen. And this is a 7-1 run ng Dasmariñas. And Cantada having 6 points. A really solid outing from the youngster so far. That goes off. And this is a point para sa Tangerines. Now, Chin Basarte just had an ace in that first set. Looking to replicate that even more. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. Basarte scores yet another.
Score is 7-10.
Shai gets it this time. To Alinsug. Getigan was ready. Quezon kept it alive. Combination play. Then Singh was ready as well. Aya attacks. Aya scores. What a back and forth affair this has been. It's just them really taking advantage as the Singh ramps up 8 points in the scoring tally. It's just that it's a service error yet again mula sa Quezon, which gives Dasmariñas a point. Oh, what a play sitting down. Basarte kept it alive. Ash slows down. Banch was there. Back row. What a dig. Off angle, then Singh had to find a way. Mata scores again. There's a ton of variety with the way Camila Lamina has been playing so far. Sets given to multiple players, and in the end, that was Alexa Mata getting yet another point in their favor. Chamaaya now at service. They go to the Singh, who gets blocked. And that is another point, I believe, for Alexa Mata. Kill denied. Just when they thought they had it. It is Dasmariñas storming back. And Coach Jerry Yee calls for another timeout to talk to her girls about the situation, giving them a little bit more reminders as to how they would find a way to initially score and get more points in this one. Not the most ideal scenario for them here. They are currently down by 5, and they would want to close the gap even further. Again, both of these teams getting 1 and 2 sa ating current standings, with Dasmariñas undefeated at 13-0 and Quezon with a 12-1 record. Their only loss was against the Monarchs, and they are looking for a revenge towards this one. Basarte tosses to Undangan. Regalo. Won't happen. Attack from Vanj using the left. Then Singh. Saved by Bombita. Cantada. Not gonna happen. Sam Cantada is gonna be getting another point. Quezon scrambling to get that point in. Service from Dasmariñas. They go to Densing. Goes a little softer. Alidsug puts in the work, turning nothing into something. That's her first point in the second set, and it came with an explosion.
Number 10, Alexa Matao. Number 8, Pat Salazar.
Pat Salazar now joining the party. As Dasmariñas leads by quite a wide margin yet again. Lamina to Alinsug. Not gonna happen. Then Singh gets blocked. That's a point immediately for Pat Salazar as Dasmariñas halves the scoring output of Quezon after the second technical timeout, 16-8 in favor of the Monarchs.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusopi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas and the Quezon Tangerines, the hosts of the current venue that we are right now. Would also like to thank Governor Helen Tan, RD Tan, Doc Kim Tan, and Congressman Mike Tan for hosting us here at the Quezon Convention Center, and we thank you for your support, and we are fully gratified with your support for Quezon Tangerines specifically here in the MPVA. Unfortunately, they are down and they need a second wind here. They go to Ondangan. Goes wide. Another point goes to Dasmariñas. This is a 17-8 set 2 score. Pulling away yet again is the core of National University. The Monarchs looking to replicate what happened just a while ago. This is a 7-0 run that was finally stopped after that service error. Galing sa kanila sa ngayon. Ash goes service. Lamina goes 1-2. Quezon still kept it alive. They go for an easy and running. Pat Salazar. Salazar just really understanding of what was about to happen there. Again, another great set delivery from Lamina, but she will go back to the bench as Abby Pono. A setter, but could also be a serve specialist, is now at the line. This is 18, serving 9. An attack from Bartolome. Won't go. Oh, what a second finish. Just when everybody was not ready. Salazar and Dasmariñas keeping the crowd silent. This is just Dasmariñas having their way. And Salazar not even appearing in the first set, but has already contributed 3 points dito sa ikalawang set ng laban na ito. Just a solid outing from Dasmariñas, leading by 10 points and limiting Quezon scoring. To only 9. Bona serves. Bartolome will receive this. That is out. Still in favor of Vancha Linsog and the Monarchs. Too much power from Vanch. Striking it off the blockers for another point. And that is a point that will now be secured by Quezon. Cold streak is now over. That's a much needed point galing kay Christy Ondangan. A total of 3 points for Ondangan. Free ball para sa Quezon. Then Singh finds the back. And that's 2 straight para sa Quezon. They have not only achieved getting into double figures, but also limiting down the lead to single digits. Goes a little soft. Then Singh again. This time sa kabila, Lot won't do it. Nolasco off angle. Bartolome misses the target. Another point awarded to Dasmariñas. So Celine Marsh is going to be stepping in for Sam Cantada. And quite a really solid outing for them so far. Kill. That was the one that went out. Then Singh has had 9 points so far in this game. But errors have been crucial. Mistakes have happened for Quezon in the second set. Alinsog with a serve. Then Singh just tosses it to the other side. Let the blockers handle it. And Quezon gets another point. So then Singh currently has 10 points in this game, the lone silver lining. Para sa Tangerines. But it's been everyone for Dasmariñas. This right here is a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Celine Marsh with yet another point to separate these two teams even further.
Salazar now serving for the Monarchs.
Salazar serving. They go to Bartolome. That one goes out. A much needed point galing sa Quezon. And that is also the first point nitong si Bartolome sa second set. But it looks like she will not be adding on to that. What a delivery. That was Cerneche getting a kill towards the back. Just the way the ball flies all the way to Cerneche is gonna bring this game to another set point for Dasmariñas. Nolasco. Lot was there. Marsh didn't have the best angle there, so Quezon is gonna save another set point. Just like what happened in set 1, but a little farther from them is this. Ball up. Same for Dinsing. And that was a return to sender. Jacob clocks it. And this is a 2-set lead para sa kupunan ng Dasmariñas. Quezon scrambling for a point. But Jacob finishes set number 2. Dasma, one more for an elimination sweep.
Pilipinas, handa na ba kayong mamangha at mabighani sa ganda ng aming lalawigan? Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Samahan nyo akong libutin to. Tara na sa Quezon! Sa katimugang bahagi ng Luzon, matatagpuan ang probinsyang may malawak at mayamang anyong tubig. Maraming lugar ang unti-unti nang nakikilala dahil sa mga nakamamangha nitong karagatan, waterfalls, beaches at iba pang mga destinasyong dinarayo na ng mga turista mula sa iba't ibang lugar. Tiyak na mapapawaw ka sa mga white sand beaches na paboritong puntahan ng mga local at foreign beach lovers. Bukod kasi sa puting buhangin, mapapansin rin ang malinis nitong kapaligiran na plus point sa mga bumibisita. Marami rin ang nabibighani sa nagagandahang rock formations at sa makapigil hiningang mga alon na perfect para mag-surfing. Hindi lang yan, meron ding mga lawa na pwede ninyong puntahan para mag-relax at mag-get together kasama ang inyong pamilya o barkada. Kung ikaw naman ay nature lover at mahilig sa mga thrilling adventures, maraming lugar sa Quezon ang maaaring puntahan na tiyak na ma-enjoy ninyo. Bukod sa mga tourist destinations,
Dasmariñas showed a better outing in this 25-14 victory in set number 2. That started off a little better para sa Quezon sa ngayon because they were neck and neck towards Dasmariñas after being tied in at least all 7. Pero pagkatapos nun, it was a 7-0 run that Dasmariñas committed to, which landed on towards their favor. Multiple players scoring for them, and you're looking at the numbers right now. The Monarchs leading in attacks by 3, in blocks by 4, and their errors are less. 3 errors less that have really provided the spark for them, and those little things have been the big difference for Dasmariñas. You're looking at different players, no one scoring in double figures, but Alinsug has 7, Cantada has 6, Mata has 5, Bombita has 4. There's a lot of options for both Pono and Lamina to put in the work towards getting the possible win. On the other hand, you have a silver lining para sa Quezon with Ayadin Singh, the only player in this game so far that has double figures in scoring, which is 10. But other than that, the other players have only scored either 3 points or 2 points. Samantha Nolasco, one of the highlights before the start of that show, was very much needed in this game but hasn't been effective in his spikes so far. That's a dump for Abi Pono that has worked in favor of Dasma. The Monarchs now going ahead, getting a first point in set number 3. Another ace scored by Pono. That's 2 straight for the Dasmariñas setter. 2-0 now in favor of the Monarchs. They go to Densing. What a kill from Aya. That puts her at 11. Been such a solid option para kay Coach Jerry, and her experience definitely explains why. They go to Vange. Misdirection. Alinsu gets another point. Just putting that ball in a space where there's just too much for them to adjust on. Jump serve from Vange. That was a kill. Much needed pointer mula kay Nolasco. She's been quiet so far dito sa laban natin ngayon, but that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. You gotta load now. Nolasco now has 4. Cantada won't convert. At the back, and that will be in favor of Dasmariñas as a net touch happened. Not the most ideal for Quezon as they're trying to keep things close with Dasma in set 3. This is 4, serving 2. One, two. Cham gets it. That is going to be a point para sa Quezon. The Tangerines getting breaks every now and then. And 2 of those came from the errors nitong Dasmariñas. Go back. In the middle was wide open for Kay Bombita. Again, just a luxury for Pono here. Just having so much options on the floor for Dasma right now. Bombita has 5. Attack at the back. Back row. Goes in for Vange Alinsug. Alinsug leads the charge for the Monarchs yet again. Multiple entries from the back row has landed them at a 3-point advantage. Nolasco. Not enough angle towards that. Means that it's another point for Dasmariñas. Chin and Sam already talking about it. Looking to adjust towards the next possession. Likod Densing. Blocked. Maya keeps it up. Joust in midair. Densing looks for that Vange angle, and Cantada finds the left side. This is Sam Cantada bringing Dasmariñas to a 5-point lead in this first technical timeout.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
You are still watching the 2025 Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Now for Zam Nolasco, yesterday's queen of the court, stepping on home soil for the first time, felt nothing short of overwhelming. Ang dami nag-welcome sa amin. Ramdam ko talaga yung suporta. Sabi niya, grateful not just for the cheers but for the warmth that met the Tangerines the moment that they arrived. Ang sarap maglaro pag alam mo may sumusuporta sa'yo, sabi niya. And today, she hopes to bring them justice. As she looks ahead, Zam carries one goal. Kung ano binigay ko kahapon, matumbasan ko ulit sana ngayon. She knows that tougher opponents mean more growth for her and for her teammates. And to the people of Quezon, she offers her deepest thanks. Whether watching online or from home, or here in the arena, ramdam namin na family kami. Because playing here for Zam isn't just a game, it's coming home. Back to you, Hans.
Maraming salamat, Fiona, for that report. And that is true. There's a lot of people rooting for Quezon since we are currently in Quezon, but they have been silent so far with all of the pressure Dasmariñas is trying to put towards them. So Zam Nolasco and the rest of the Tangerines, they're looking to step up big time as they are down by 7 points early in the third set. Pono just got a block while Fiona was also reporting. They go to Cantada. Nobody home to retrieve that reception. And another point goes to Dasmariñas. So much potential from Sam Cantada being one of our representatives in the volleyball games that have happened overseas. The continuous development. Bartolome can't break. They get a free ball. Rojo wanted to kiss it off the defenders, but it did not happen. Lead goes up to 9. The idea was to go for a little touch from the blockers, but it did not work. They go to Nolasco, who gets rejected yet again. Maaya with just her third point in this game, but she has given so much to make something happen for her team. In spite of Alexa Mata not being on the floor right now, Maaya's taking care of business with the net defense. Free ball. They choose Maaya and eventually gets blocked by Sam Nolasco. So Nolasco starting to heat up a little bit more in this game. She now has 5. They went for a 1-2 again. Abby Pono finding the gaps on the defense. Abigail Pono having 4 points out of the 14 of Dasmariñas. A proactive setter, really. Looking for the other side of the floor here. Cut shot. Works for Quezon. One of their highlights para sa laban na ito. Ashley Esses coming through. Quiet in that second set, but that was maybe a momentum point that they would need to make their way back into this game. Block touch. Ash again. Back row to Marsh. They deliver to Bartolome. Goes out. 2 straight points para sa Quezon Tangerines. In this game, Bartolome only has a point per set. She reaches her quota now, looking to add up to it even more. Aledsog, great dig. Basarte wanted to keep it alive, but Vanch made it difficult for the first ball to happen. Alinsug now has 10 points, and it's Cham Maaya at the back. What a kill. And that's gonna work. Para sa Quezon, as it was from right in the middle. That is, of course, the Quezon hopefuls. Very happy with that point as Ashlieses gets it. And on towards the left side. Bombita gets another point. Yeses tried to figure something out, but Bombita cuts it immediately. 16-7, heading the technical timeout.
Fans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. You are still watching MPVA Season 2, and we would like to thank the province of Quezon, together with the local sponsors of the Quezon Tangerines, Governor Helen Tan, RD Tan, Doc Kim Tan, and Congressman Mike Tan, for hosting us here and welcoming us warmly with the incredible support of the Quezonians that have come here at the convention center. In spite of that, unfortunately, Quezon is down by 9. They are looking for a second wind currently, as that is going to be a point that will be secured by, I believe, Kyle Lieses. The Lieses twins have struggled so far in this game. That could be said with Ash missing on that service line. This is 8-17 so far. Alinsug now looking to attack. Hardio delivers to Celine. They go to Kyle. And that was rejected yet again. What a block from Dasmariñas. It went off the arms nitong si Jacob, scoring her second point in this game. Another jump serve. A bullet from Vanch. That goes in para kay Bartolome. Some silver linings para sa Quezon. Bartolome now has 4, and that is your game's community cam, powered by pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Kind of a little shy is our crowd at the moment, but still we would like to thank you for arriving and showing up for your team right here. Lamina retrieves it. Now to Cerneche. Hole in the middle. That was Harlin Cerneche getting another point off speed. The youngsters of Dasmariñas also showing up for their ates, who are currently at the bench. Nolasco provides enough of a kill to get herself to a 6-point performance in this game. They go right to Cerneche once again. So much power in such a difficult angle as well. Cerneche would get another point, placing them at the 20-point mark.
Carlin Cerneche now serving for the Monarchs.
Cerneche goes service. That is going to be a service error, so Quezon will be rewarded another point, cutting the lead down to 9.
San Velasco now serving for Quezon.
Regalo na yata. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Ondangan, great sense of urgency for Christy Ondangan. Acknowledging the gap, look for a spike, got the point. So Quezon lowered down the lead to 8 points. They go to Marsh. A push from Ash. Lamina to Marsh again. Kyle for the second try. Miscommunication. Oh, that's gonna hurt if you're Quezon.
Salim Marsh now serving for the Monarchs.
Here goes the SS. Scramble from Dasmariñas. But Chin Basarte finds a way to get another point for Quezon. She's had 2 of those in this game. There was one in set 1 and another one just now. Lamina pushes to Vange. But that did not get a check ball as it went out. So it means another point will be awarded to the Tangerines. By a long shot, they would still be able to get this by a run consecutively if they can. Free ball. To Bartolome. Finds the back. That's 3 straight points para sa Quezon Tangerines. Bartolome now has 5. Putting some more variety dun sa kanilang mga palo. Lamina tosses it to Pat Salazar right at center. Just the activation of Lamina. Finding Salazar yet again. Ever so easy to spike. Bartolome has been on a roll over the last 4 or 5 possessions. Bartolome has 6 to be the secondary leading scorer of Quezon. In the absence of Aya Densing on the floor. What a hit from Jen Jacob to get her 3rd point in this game, and Dasma just 2 points away from sweeping the round-robin setup. They look for Kyle. Cut shot won't go. Ash was there. Kyle again. Finds the back for another Quezon point. Just relentless Itong si Kyle Yeses finding a little bit more than what was given to them by the defense. Kyle Yeses has 3. Alitsug explodes for a combination play, and Dasmariñas is at match point. (24 serving 17). Off speed. Made Quezon work for it. Lamina to Jacob to close it all out. And Dasmariñas, the record stays clean. The Monarchs are on top, and they will be heading to the semi-final rounds of MPVA Season 2 unscathed against the pressure from keeping things intact. What a solid outing mula sa Monarchs, leaving the Tangerines guessing and going back to the drawing board. This will not be the last time that we will see these two teams, dahil parehas po sila na makakapasok sa ating semi-finals. Dasmariñas being the 1 seed, Quezon being the 2 seed. They will be joined by the Binyanta Takjela Arellano Lady Chiefs and the Negros Immaculada Mega Wide Blue Hawks. But for Dasmariñas, the looming question is, will they be stopped today? The answer is apparently not. 25-18, 25-14, and 25-17. It is Dasmariñas 14-0.
Pilipinas, handa na ba at mabighani sa ganda ng aming lalawigan? Kaya ano pang hinihintay nyo? Samahan nyo akong libutin to. Tara na sa Quezon! Sa katimugang bahagi ng Luzon, matatagpuan ang probinsyang may malawak at mayamang anyong tubig. Maraming lugar ang unti-unti nang nakikilala dahil sa mga nakamamangha nitong karagatan, waterfalls, beaches at iba pang mga destinasyong dinarayo na ng mga turista mula sa iba't ibang lugar. Tiyak na mapapawaw ka sa mga white sand beaches na paboritong puntahan ng mga local at foreign beach lovers. Bukod kasi sa puting buhangin, mapapansin rin ang malinis nitong kapaligiran na plus point sa mga bumibisita. Marami rin ang nabibighani sa nagagandahang rock formations at sa makapigil hiningang mga alon na perfect para mag-surfing. Hindi lang yan, meron ding mga lawa na pwede ninyong puntahan para mag-relax at mag-get together kasama ang inyong pamilya o barkada. Kung ikaw naman ay nature lover at mahilig sa mga thrilling adventures, maraming lugar sa Quezon ang maaaring puntahan na tiyak na ma-e-enjoy ninyo. Bukod sa mga tourist destinations, mayaman din ang lalawigan ng Quezon sa mga makasaysayang istruktura. Kabilang na ang Tayabas Provincial Capital na ngayon kilala bilang Quezon Provincial Capital. May mga simbahan rin sa probinsya na malaki ang ginampanang bahagi sa kasaysayan ng ating lalawigan na nagsisilbi ngayong bulwagan ng pananampalataya ng mga Quezonians. Makikita rin sa Quezon ang ilang mga ancestral houses na nagpapaalala sa mga naging buhay ng ating mga ninuno. Siyempre, hindi mawawala sa ating kultura bilang mga Pilipino ang pagkain. Tsak na mapapa-food trip ka sa mga masasarap na pagkain na iyahain sa inyo. Samot-saring bersyon ng mga pagkain, putahe, seafoods at lutong Quezonian ang matitikman ninyo. May mga nakakatakam na local delicacies na pwede rin ninyong matikman. Habang nagsasalo-salo, ma-e-enjoy nyo rin ang panonood ng iba't ibang Philippine folk dances na handog ng mga kabataang Quezonian. Ngayong papalapit na ang summer, bukod sa mga magagandang tanawin na gusto ninyong mapuntahan, isama na rin sa inyong bucket list ang pagbisita sa mga bayan sa lalawigan upang maranasan ang iba't ibang festivals. Saksihan ang masigla at makukulay na kapistahan sa Quezon. Patunay na ang ating lalawigan ay tinaguriang Land of 1,000 Colors. Mga pagdiriwang ng pasasalamat sa masaganang ani at pagbibigay pugay sa mga magsasaka sa ating lalawigan.
This is Dasmariñas in the last game of the elimination rounds ng MPVA Season 2. They have overcome adversity smoothly against Quezon Tangerines, who tried to protect their home turf. But the queen of our court is Abigail Pono, who has been lights out, filling up the stat sheet, doing a little bit of everything with 5 points, composed of an ace, 2 attacks, 2 blocks, and 9 excellent sets. All-around performance para kay Abigail Pono in leading the charge. You would expect that around Lams Lamina's wing, you would see her shine, and here she is, our queen of the court, together with Fiona Bacani.
Ayan, so kasama nga po natin ngayon ang ating Queen of the Court, Abe Pono. Abe, congratulations! Clean sweep itong Dasmariñas team natin for the elimination round. Pero syempre, marami rin kayong pinagdaanan. Hindi naging madali itong first round and second round para sa inyo. Ikwento mo naman sa amin yung naging challenges at kung paano nyo siya na-overcome this elimination round.
For me po, yun nga po, madami po kaming pinagdaanan throughout this elimination. And ang pinaghuhugutan lang po namin ng lakas is sa bawat isa po sa amin, yung coaches, teammates po, and lahat na po ng mga sumusuporta po sa amin. Yes.
Ngayon naman, Abe, syempre, heading into the semifinals, that's what's next for this Dasmariñas team. Ano naman ang magiging mindset? Ano pa ang gagawin itong Dasmariñas team to continue, hopefully, this clean sweep come semis?
Ang idadagdag lang po siguro namin is, ano lang po, konting step up lang po kasi ibang level na po yung semifinals. And, yun nga po, wala naman po masyado kaming babaguhin. Like, may i-add lang po ganun.
Ngayon naman, Abe, meron ka pa bang gustong batiin ng mga nanonood sa'yo? Friends, family, supporters, teammates?
Binabati ko po yung family ko sa Cebu, sa Katman, Panalipan po, and yung family ko din po sa Maya, and yung mother ko po na nasa Dubai. And si Natasha Bumbita po.
Ayan, so thank you and congratulations once again to the Dasmariñas City Monarchs and of course our queen of the court, Abe Pono. Still undefeated. Definitely more to come in the semis round. Now back to you, Hans.
Maraming salamat, Miss Fiona Bacani, together with Abe Pono, our queen of the court. Really good performance ang kanyang pinakita. Even from the start of the season, even when Camila Lamina was not present in a lot of the games, Pono has taken over. And this is a two-setter combination that is a good problem for Coach Regine Diego, because who do you want as your setter for the semifinals and presumably the finals? But here are your Smarts Powered Up Plays, brought to you by Smart Only 5G. Only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. It's been all the same all the while para sa kupunan ng Dasmariñas, who started off really strong in set number 1 with the curveball na binato sa kanila ni Coach Jerry Yee. Not starting with his original starting 6, pero hindi nag-matter yun because the idea for the side of Dasmariñas was to keep the play that they were going. Just like what Fiona has mentioned during her report, na dapat manatili tayo sa sarili nating laro, and with all of the others who have been consistent from minute 1 up until the end. The additions of Celine Marsh, Chamba Aya, who wasn't playing in some of the games that they were part of, really gave high value para sa Dasmariñas and cleaning things up in set number 1. There was a valiant effort galing din kay Aya Denseng, contributing 5 points in that first set. Pero noong second, up until the third set of the match, it was evident how much of an impact, how lasting of an offense Dasmariñas can give against the home turf, against all the Quezonians that came over to show up para sa kanilang sariling kupunan. Coach Jerry, on the other hand, understood that in spite of the training, still, they would go back to the drawing board as per usual in this one whenever they are facing this team right here, the Dasmariñas Monarchs, because the 2 losses that they have committed upon the end of the elimination rounds only came from a single team. So there's much more preparation for them, as both the SS Twins only combined for 5 points apiece. And this is really going to be a matter at hand as to how they would be further improving. But for our match statistics, this is Quezon taking advantage with, you know, a little bit more in terms of the opposing errors. There were 8 less errors mula sa kupunan ng Quezon, but Dasmariñas had a little too much up their sleeve. Plus 10 in terms of attacks, plus 5 in blocks, plus 2 in aces, just continuously adding up to what it was all about right from the start. Yung maagang simula ng Dasmariñas kept them longer. At ngayon, nakikita nyo na ang ating playoff picture. The semis are gonna be a best of 3. The finals will also be a best of 3. And in, you know, 2 or 3 series ay makikita na at malalaman na rin natin kung sino ang magkakampiyon sa second season ng MPVA. And that is between Dasmariñas facing Negros, Quezon facing Binyan. And the games on Wednesday are going to be at the Binyan Sports Complex at Laguna. First things first, it's the Dasmariñas Monarchs, the first seed, facing off the Negros Immaculada Megawide that just made their playoff spot kani-kanina lamang. And the 5 p.m., it's the home turf. Binyan Tatakjel Arellano Chiefs looks to defend home floor against the Quezon Tangerines. 3-2 seed to close out the day. It was such an eventful last elimination day here in MPVA Season 2. And in behalf of the production staff, crew, Fiona Bacani and Jong Panerio, my name is Hans Galeria. Maraming salamat po sa panonood. This has been MPVA Season 2. We'll see you at the semis.